For construction pros, CONEXPO-17 from Las Vegas Convention Center. With me, two fine gentlemen representing KCMA, which is a company that's just been in the limelight the last few months, particularly because one company's acquired another company, and you know how it goes, you know how it works out. Anyway, with me on my left is Brad Belvin, who's a product specialist, and on my right is Gary Bell, Vice President, General Manager. Welcome aboard.
Good to be here.
Both of you gentlemen.
Thank you, Roger.
Happy to see you. How's the show going so far? Pretty good?
Very busy. Yeah, we're very pleased.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your business is good? Everything's fine?
Business is excellent. The
So
booth
I'm
has
not
been-
in the firing line here.
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. All right, I wanted to start off by saying Hitachi Construction Machinery acquired Kawasaki, or KCM, back in 2015. So this is now a synergy. And what has taken place? Gary, do you want to start and tell us what you think is the net effect of this?
Yeah, I'd be glad to, yeah. Kawasaki, of course, has been in the wheel loader business since 1962.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Long time. And we came to the U.S. in 1978. And through the last 37 or 8 years, whatever that is, we've grown in the North American market. And when we formed a joint venture back in 2010 with Hitachi Construction Machinery, that began the journey into this changeover to Hitachi ownership. So Hitachi is the fourth largest construction machinery manufacturer in the world.
It really is. Lots of equipment.
And a very significant player in many markets around the world. And they needed to find a new segment for growth potential. Wheel loaders provide a huge market globally for them to grow into. So they acquired our company in October of 2015, as you said.
Right.
And we've been directing our focus towards achieving those goals and those targets that Hitachi has set for us, which are very aggressive. We are in the process here at the show of introducing our new product brand of KCM.
So this is a rebranding, if you would, of the
Kind
old brands and a new marketing approach moving forward.
Yeah, and we kind of incorporated that with our tagline on our advertising will be KCM, reputations are built on it, because we felt we wanted to bring that history that we've had with Kawasaki into this changeover to the KCM brand. We've been Kawasaki KCM since 2015. Right. Now we're going to go with just the KCM branding, and that reputations are built on it. We feel that that's been one of our strengths over the years, is our relationship with our customers, how we relate to them, how they've been pleased with our performance both in the product area and in the support area. So we had several focus groups that we developed this tagline through, and we feel that's a very important message, that KCM is a company that customers can rely on, that customers have found have good products, have good support systems, have good dealers. So we're trying to emphasize that aspect as opposed to focusing strictly on the product hardware items. It's more of who we are as a company, what values we bring to the marketplace.
Well, on that note now, I know you've brought some new equipment to this show this year, so I think it's time we wake Brad up and get him involved in this situation and test his skills and tell us what new pieces of equipment are at the show.
Sure, we're releasing two new compact equipments. We're actually the 30 Z5-2 as well as a 40 Z5-2 and our 95 Z7 Tier 4 final machine. Our Tier 4 final machine has made a great development in the fact that we have achieved that by only having an SCR system. There is no DPF in our Tier 4 final. So you don't have to worry about DPF regeneration, you don't have to worry about DPF plugging, you don't have to worry about your DPF filter at all. Just keep urea in the machine and you're good to go.
Well, that takes a big question out of my potpourri here, figuring out where we're going to go with this story. But are there other new features that are built into these new machines that you could talk about, other than the fact that we now know it's Tier 4, and you reached Tier 4 final through SGR?
We have added a new electric over hydraulic steering system in our 80 and 90. We call it e-stick steering, but it rests comfortably right in the crook of your hand. And then you can also have fingertip controls for your FNR switch, but it's so effortless. It's so comfortable, really reduces operator fatigue going forward. So, one other benefit is if you get the electronic steering, the e-stick steering, you do retain a steering wheel. So it's a versatile machine there. So if you have multiple operators on the same machine, whatever they're comfortable operating, they can jump in there and operate efficiently.
Well, let me toss out a question to you as VP and General Manager, and I hope I'm not causing you any problems here, but what is this new technology doing to you and your company?
Well, it just makes training much more complicated than it used to be, because now we have to rely on a lot of much more sophisticated systems throughout the machine to achieve the levels of performance, as well as meeting the emission standards and the other legal requirements of the machines. The technology has definitely challenged the entire industry, and that's other than the engineering challenges that it brings and some production challenges, the training aspects for the marketing and support side, training the salesmen on how to educate the customers, training the technicians on how to take care of the machines with the sophisticated systems that are in play today, and they keep getting more and more. You can see through this show that there's vendor after vendor of new technologies and new things to learn about. I'm learning about things as we sit here at the show.
So I was going to ask, are there new items being put on your plate that you're going to have to look at now under the KCM rebranding?
I think not specifically under the rebranding umbrella, but I think the telematics systems that everyone is using are now accelerating in new approaches and new things that I was told today of systems that will tie attachments and what attachments on the machine so that the telematics knows what kind of work the machine is doing.
What it's doing, how it's doing it, and where it's doing it, and when.
So there's all this new technology that should improve the overall performance, but it also gives us a lot more challenges as far as training and maintenance and all of the other aspects.
For those of us who've been in the business for a while, not to put anything aside from you, but you'll get there.
Yes, sir.
And that is the fact that all of this stuff is happening and at such a rapid pace. And it's a rapid inception as well, and they expect us to take all of this new material and involve it today and not wait till tomorrow.
Right, that's exactly right.
Am I accurate?
Yeah, and if you're not moving forward, you're going backwards for sure.
Boy, is that it. Well, I want to thank both of you for taking time out of your very busy schedules, stopping by and talking with us. Brad Belvin, who's a product specialist, Gary Vell is VP and General Manager, and they're both with KCMA New Products, and that's the new synergistic model of an old branding known as Hitachi and Kawasaki. And I'll tell you what, there's got nothing to do but good news going forward. Thanks much for stopping by and saying hello. Brad, I'm sorry we didn't get to pick on you more, but that's how it works.
I'll take it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. From CONEXPO 17.